What is going on, folks? Welcome to the CloudStationTV watch party for the State of Play. And with, of course, Vet joining me as usual. And awesome guest today. Our first guest we ever had on. Come back today. Rokk.
What's going on? Put off at all. Oh, mate, I'm fantastic. How are you guys? Great to see you.
Doing good.
Yeah, getting back up from a very long stream last night.
Yeah, I'm surprised I'm even allowed back on here after that episode. I had like 2 jokes that I nailed in that episode. One, I swear, after I thought about it, I was like, oh, I just pulled off an epic dad joke. Have no idea. I'd have to rewatch to even see what it was because it was... the 2 of those alone just sold the show for me.
It's my stock in trade.
Yeah.
There was a lot of good moments yesterday. It was fun.
Yeah.
And we got some people in the chat. We got Brendan, welcome. And we also have Dusty Fredericks, second time on our show.
Hey, Dusty.
Good to see you here.
Dusty.
And who's that guy? New logo?
How he keeps... Yeah, Lee made that for me, so I've been utilizing it.
Pretty fancy. And yeah, let's get it. Awesome. What's good, Vet? And we have Rodella. Nice to see you. I'm here. And when's Halo Infinite? Personally, I got no idea. I don't even know if they announced a date on.
Well, I think the answer to it coming to PlayStation is literally some point in infinity.
And if you're looking for the release date for Xbox, sometime between now, I would just say December 31st. Just pick the end of the year.
Yeah. So what's going on, Rokk? How's
my friend? Yeah, good. What have I been playing? All sorts. I've been playing Biomutant actually, and enjoying that. Yeah, obviously super pumped about Horizon Zero Dawn. Forbiden West. Horizon Zero Dawn it's probably my favorite game of all time. I absolutely adored that game. I think I played it twice, and I played all the DLC. And the story, the design, the ingenuity of the whole thing, amazing. So I have Forbiden West has been the game since they first announced that it was coming out. That I've been desperately wanting to play. So once this comes. That's it. Where's Rokk? We haven't seen him for some time. Remember that old fella?
It's a beautiful IP. The first game, Zero Dawn, it's a good amalgamation of different styles. It's got its own story, and it's brought together so well. Like the play style, like you got some elements from like Breath of the Wild, from.
Actually, it was pre-Breath of the Wild, wasn't it? Didn't it come out before Zelda?
I think it was.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that Breath of the Wild is like Horizon Zero Dawn. I wouldn't have said it was in the reverse. What are those Nintendo boys? They don't know nothing.
They just love their Mario and Sonic. Come on,
yeah,
that's all they got.
Kids console, isn't it? You want a proper grown-ups PS5 is what you want.
I got a PS5 controller pre-order, but I just don't have a console for it.
Yeah, because literally in the States, you can't get them. Well, you can, but you've got to pay well over the odds.
Yeah, I'm not paying eBay prices. I can't take a loan out, and if my wife looks at the joint account and sees a $3,000 purchase from eBay, I'm dead.
But there is talk of new stock coming soon, isn't there? I mean, we're weeks away from
well, there's been some drops in the UK just yesterday, I think.
Oh, okay.
And they're talking about more coming this week. It's still in the UK, so I wouldn't be surprised to see more stock coming in the US in a very close future. I actually saw one the other day sitting on a shelf in the store.
Oh,
so but I already got mine. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna. I know that if I buy it, I'm going to take a profit, but it's like,
I
don't want to deal with all
you
that.
have to explain to the wife, I'm just buying it to sell it, I swear. Why is it open? I don't know. It just was like that when I got home.
Just trying it out in land to see if it boosts itself up.
PS5 without a controller for sale.
Yeah.
I got a PS10.
Well, I pre-ordered the red one. The red one, so because since it's starting to work with PC, I'm gonna take advantage of that Halo PS.
Yeah, no, you're right. I've been using my DualSense with Steam and GeForce Now on PC. But the great thing about Biomutant is that it literally is one of the settings you can choose Xbox icons or PlayStation icons.
Yeah, I saw that. And that was the only game. That's the first game I've ever seen that's given you a choice between the two.
Yeah.
For
Stadia will do it on its own if you connect a PlayStation controller.
Yeah, it does a
it
great
automatically
job of it.
changes the icons throughout the game.
Yeah. As does Steam, in fairness, as well. Steam do a really good job. But
Steam does it?
Steam, yeah. So if you play a game that you've bought on Steam and then you launch it through the Steam app or the Steam website, it automatically detects your console, your controller, and then maps it for the game, and it gives you a choice as well. So it says straight away PlayStation controller, and then it maps it for the game.
Yeah. Well, and the Steam community is pretty darn good with adjusting things and uploading the controller settings if you needed it for a specific type. They've got, I mean, I've never seen such a collection of stuff, but I always love when I play like Stadia, you load up and you look at, all right, what are the buttons? And then it's just an Xbox controller. And I'm just like, that's funny. I just love it sometimes.
Yeah. No, it's cool. Absolutely cool. But yeah, you've done two or three streams of Biomutant, haven't you?
I've done 2 so far, and I've watched Meg do probably 3 now. So I've gotten a feel for it, and I've watched a couple of. I want to see somebody when it hits PS5. I want to see it because the visual the way it looks is just beautiful looking, and I want to see it take advantage of PlayStation 5 hardware. Because I think it's going to look even better.
Well, they're launching. They're not launching 4K, are they? They're upscaling it. Raymondo.
Hello.
Wait, is that Ray? I can't see him. Let me look down.
Oh, don't let him go. I've already pulled his leg.
I'm just kidding.
Sorry, guys. I was doing a show with my wonderful brother Dave.
Speak up, mate.
Yeah, your microphone volume is very low.
Is it?
Yeah, we can barely hear you.
Yeah, nice hat though.
Thank you.
Yep, I love the hat.
No different. Same volume. Are you Yeah, no. So Biomutant, they were going to release it at 4K, but they've had some issues with it, so they're going to release it as I think 1080p or maybe 1440, but upscale it. So,
but if it looks if it looks as good as it does on if you put it on GFN and you max the settings on it, if it can look just like that, I wouldn't even care, to be honest.
At least as good as GeForce Now, I would say.
Yeah, and to me, that'll be that'll be fine for me. So that is one of the few I was just amazed with that one.
It looks great on GeForce Now.
I see what's going. Oh my god, my volume was all the way down here on Lemon.
We got you, buddy.
Oh my god, it was all the way down on Lemon. I didn't know. So
you were quiet over in Dave's show as well, but I didn't want to be rude.
The volume. So in Lemon. So guys, just so you know, the microphone. Click on that. There's a little volume for your microphone. They have it set like all the way down. You gotta set that up.
I don't see. I don't see.
Oh, what within this setup?
So right next to the microphone where it says mute, you click on that. There's a volume control. So I am now at 200%. I was all the way to like 10.
Oh yeah, I always set mine's auto adjust, so I don't have to worry about all that nonsense.
See, mine's is not. See, but I thought it was on auto adjust because usually I hop on, you guys can hear my big mouth.
Yeah. Am I too loud now? Am I too loud in your lovely show?
Might be a bit loud.
Hold on. If you're gonna sing, let's get to the opera house.
Tonight.
You even have the view.
What the hell are we looking at? Where's it?
What are we looking at?
Come on,
it's a puzzle. Ray, it's a puzzle. Come on, we just borrowed this from a GSN feed.
Oh, yeah,
they finally got the puzzle.
Put them in your GPS.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's my backyard. I just moved, so
where the hell are you?
Okay,
wait a minute. Is that Australia? You're in Australia now. that
Yeah,
Australia?
he is. No,
Yeah,
he's
I'm
not.
all over the place.
Is that Melbourne? That's got to be Melbourne. Is that?
No, that's San
Sydney.
Francisco.
Yeah, Sam.
Oh,
Don't you
that
see
is
the Golden
not
Gate
San-
Bridge?
No,
That's the Golden Gate Bridge, man.
No.
They upscaled it. That's with
So
ray
that-
tracing.
That screen ray for the last 4.5-5 hours, Guerilla have been literally been showing captured footage of maps from the PS5 version of Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden West. Truthfully, so
Okay.
these are. So at the moment, obviously, this is a nighttime scene, but they've been going through all of the different maps just for like 4.5-5 hours.
Shut up, Dusty.
Dusty.
I'm all like, yeah, and I just read what he said.
Yeah, it's something about yesterday's
I made
show
that.
that popped back.
It
Man.
was the playroom, not the playhouse.
It's a Ray's little playhouse.
Ray, that's your new biggest fan.
Yeah, they've been showing that footage for
Oh
a few
my god,
hours
look
now.
at that. Oh my god.
So that's captured on the PS5.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is so beautiful.
Look at the detail in the cloud with just stuff moving. You can tell. I mean, except for when it glitches, but
No, that's intentional. But I tell you what would be interesting is if you took those coordinates at the base there and mapped them out to California, which I think is pretty much where this is based, and see if that corresponds with some place in California today.
Might
See-
be actually geocaching with a code for the free game.
Ooh,
Who knows?
who knows? Who knows?
That could actually be a little Easter egg they did.
Could
Go
be,
to
couldn't it?
coordinates in
Could
the
be,
world
yeah.
according to these
Yeah.
coordinates.
Yeah.
Could actually find a geocache, but with all loot from Horizon Forbidden West and free codes for the game or stuff like that. That would be amazing if they did that.
And look, it's got the little icon down the base there. Do you remember in the game where if you're spotted by an enemy, that eye kind of lights up and has that resonating around the edges?
It's actually doing it right now.
There it goes there,
Yeah,
look, you
it's doing
see?
it right
As we
now.
go past what must be an enemy base. How cool is this?
It's amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah, really. The rain trace camera, the rain trace. Stunning stuff. Ray, are you a big Horizon Zero Dawn
I
1 player?
love that game.
Of course you did.
I thought that game was beautiful. I love playing it on the PS4. So getting this game on the PS5 and looking at what I'm looking at, holy
Hey,
cow.
Will.
This is I mean, this is like one of my you gotta have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the next game. Like I just started Days Gone, but I think I will do a
love that
pause
game.
and go back in this game and finish it. Then I will go back to Days Gone because I already had started this game and never got around to finishing it. So not too long ago I started a new game, but I still haven't finished that one. So I think it's one of the games I want to complete.
So
before that comes out.
knowing that you haven't completed Horizon, Seb, the story that comes together, without any spoilers, the story that comes together at the end of this game blew my mind. It's unique. I mean, genuinely, I don't think anybody has written a science fiction story that these guys have come up with, and that's why I think it's the entire experience. You have to play the whole game. It's not just the mechanics and the gorgeous graphics and the idea of the kind of robotics and stuff. You've got to go right to the end and experience the full narrative, because it is a beautifully written and scripted game. So, hey Lee, yeah, no, you'll love it. And Days Gone is fantastic as well. That's another superb game.
You know
Absolutely
what? I am
superb.
people laughed at me when I used to go to work and I tried to defend this game. And I'm like, this game is so underrated. It's a beautiful story.
Days Gone.
Days Gone
Oh,
Gone
yeah.
is a beautiful game, beautiful story. I love it. I'm actually playing it again on my PS5.
Mhm. I'm really enjoying it.
Please.
I'll go back to Horizon Zero Dawn because I have to finish it. But Days Gone it's a beautiful game. The story, the
gorgeous.
characters are interesting.
It's a really emotional story. You really do buy into the characters in a similar way I felt that The Last of Us. But you're right, though, Ray. One of the most underrated. I mean, you've got a couple. You've got Days Gone. You've got Rage 2. You've got Titanfall 2. These are all amazing games that never got the coverage that they deserved.
Because it was always you got those other games that just that just came out and everybody was looking at those.
No, totally.
Yeah,
totally. So have you guys played Death Stranding out of interest?
Right. You know what? Every time I talk to you asking me this, and I say I'm gonna play it, I'm gonna play it, and guess
You
what?
still don't.
Well, there's a connection. The only reason I'm asking is there is a connection, because if you play Death Stranding on PlayStation, you there's a connection between the two games. So the main character, Sam Bridges, comes across these holographic renditions of characters and creatures out of Horizon Zero Dawn. So the tall necks and stuff. So it was just amazing to see the tie-up that they did. I think it's a different game on PC, but on PlayStation, he's coming up against these holographic Aloys and tall necks and stuff. It's amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
I'm gonna. You know what? I gotta play it. I gotta play it.
Let me just say one thing. The thing with Death Stranding is if you jump in for an hour, you're very likely to say, I don't think this is for me. And it's another one of those games that you've got to burn some hours to get it under your skin. And then again, the payoff with the story at the end, in the same way as Horizon and Days Gone, totally makes it, ingrains it into your brain as just one of the best games ever.
I have my wife's been telling me in the family room, I have a Titanfall poster that it's elongated and it goes from here.
Amazing
it's like
game.
right there. And she's been for like years trying to get me and I just won't take it down. But I agree with you, Will. That game is amazing. And I love when it used to beam down, when they used to beam down the mech and you would get inside. That was just amazing.
The ingenuity of all of the tech in that game, all of it, so much of it, all unique stuff. Just again, a game that now, funnily enough, because it's just been released on PC, I think. Now it's got a whole new lease of life, and people are saying, "Wow, why didn't I know about this game before?" Or is it because it's come out on PS now? I forget. Seb, I know that recently it's arrived somewhere for the first time, and it's got a whole new lease of life. It may be Xbox, to be fair.
Oh, look, I can see birds flying by.
Can you actually hear the
Bro,
birds? There's some
look
sound
at
right
that,
now.
man.
I don't know if it's sharing the sound.
I can't hear any, but I can.
You cannot hear the game while
I can't hear it on your stream, but I can obviously on the screen beside me.
You know what? Let me
Yeah.
No, I just hear Vet's mouth when I turn on my
I could do birds.
Tweet, tweet.
What's up, nigga? World.
Now you guys hear it?
There you got it. Now you got it. I'm me. I'm Ray.
But now we like an echo.
You hear an echo? Oh, you went to yourself. Okay, yeah. Stop sharing that.
Oh, he's got his Captain America t-shirt on. I just realised. Yeah, look at that. Oh, and there's proper.
Oh, there's a theme going on.
Getting ready for the weekend, y'all.
And I'm I'll just showcase my hold on.
Whoa, hey,
Yo,
wait a minute.
Hey,
Whoa.
I'm just showing off Australia
I
for
know,
you
man.
guys.
You got up and you bent over. I was getting kind of worried there.
I thought we were gonna get to see some proper chest hair then.
No.
Got my dog.
Well, I will say I've been putting all these codes that they're popping up here. Those are latitude, longitude. Because I'm putting them in. I'm pulling them. They're all the same. They're all the same area.
Oh my
Every
God! Look at the light. Get that water.
Is it California or?
No, they're all. Unless I'm inputting it wrong, they're all they're all in China, outside near Japan. They're like right near. I'd have to translate it, and I'm not trying to
that
do
was
all of that.
California, you see bottles and trash, and you know some.
You might see somebody sleeping. You might see someone sleeping.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Woo.
Oh, the music. Oh,
Prez
love
already
that. Aloy's theme. One of the best
Guerilla.
pieces of scripted music for a game ever. I had that as my desktop theme by PlayStation 4, actually.
You know what?
So let's see what's going on with that trailer.
All right, do we got volume?
No, I don't want to happen. Sorry. So if you can get it going in your background.
Sorry. I'm gonna try and read his lips.
$40? Wow.
40 or 14? It said 40 in written, but
Yeah.
mix of gameplay and cinematic.
That looks like Ray's legs.
There he is, Ray. What are you doing in that game?
Hey,
Drink some water, Ray.
Hey, you know what? That's fine. That's
is
fine.
Ray.
Whatever.
God.
Whatever. What the hell? What just happened to me?
He's like, oh man, my wife done ran me out of the house.
Oh, these graphics.
Oh gosh.
Dusty saying, wait, no volume. You're going to have to play it.
Yeah, we won't be able to get the volume going, or else.
Well, you can put
hear
volume on and we'll
everyone
just
in
shut
echo.
up.
Just all mute ourselves. No one needs to hear
Yeah,
us.
just mute us.
Yeah.
I'll do this then. It won't be long. So first, I'm gonna mute all of you.
What are raiders doing in these ruins? I hope Aaron is okay.
It's a gorgeous looking game.
Raiders? Riding machines? This is not good.
Just let me know if it's too loud, by the way.
Better be careful. There might be more. Yep, another one. I need to get clear. That was close. I can't shake him. Up we go. Maybe I can lose him in here. won't give up.
You get him.
The way out is down.
Wow.
More machines. Better go under.
That is gorgeous.
Oh, don't mind me.
You get a cover system in the water.
Current's strong here.
I have friends, okay? I'm not just the ones you slaughtered. But when they come looking for me, there's gonna be trouble. You guys wouldn't be laughing if I had my hammer.
Enough! Get moving!
I gotta help Aaron and deal with that tremor tusk.
Now we have two gifts for Guerilla. A tremor tusk and a loudmouth Oseram.
Which one's uglier?
Well, it looks a lot like the first one, but a lot better on another level.
Make it look like bandits were here. Then we'll head for the old bridge and meet up with the others.
Will do.
Yeah, got it.
This must be Aaron's camp. Raiders made short work of it.
Filthy Oseram.
I'm gonna take you out. You think you can hurt me?
Yeah, I do. All right, back to the hunt. Raiders said they were heading for the old bridge. Maybe I can cut them off. Better get to higher ground, find a way.
Indeed.
There's the bridge. I think I know a way to get there fast. Gotta be careful. That should do it. Help's on the way, Errant.
Aloy?
Aloy! Watch out! They have a... Predators!
Errant, stay put! I'll handle this!
I have her!
Got ya!
Man down!
Fire cannon! Gotta keep moving.
Bring us around! Taking course!
Fire now!
Coming!
That must have hurt.
Fire!
That's straight out of Lord of the Rings.
I have to stay ahead of it. Gotta slow you down. Fire that thing! Hold on! Oh, here he comes.
Bring us around!
Time to hit back.
Get me an ace!
We're under fire! Oh, didn't like that, did you? Time to finish this.
Aloy!
It's simply impressive.
Now you bet. I owe you another one.
Come on.
But this time, I have a present for you. I found it, Aloy. Huh? What you sent me for. Right before the raiders got me.
You did good. Now, let's see where this thing will take us.
And the music is just wonderful.
You always said a storm was coming.
Yeah. And it's almost here.
So there you have it, the first gameplay footage from Horizon Forbidden West running on PlayStation 5. We hope you are as excited about it as we are. While we have you here, we would like to spotlight some of the new elements you have just seen in our gameplay capture. And to help with that, please welcome Ben McCaw, Narrative Director on Horizon Forbidden West.
Thanks, Matthijs, and hello to all our viewers. Horizon Forbidden West is set 1,000 years in Earth's future after a global catastrophe. People live on in primitive tribes, but they're no longer the dominant species. Giant, animal-like machines now roam the land, and they are extremely dangerous. The machines aren't the only threat in the Forbidden West. A strange red blight is spreading across the land, and it won't be long before it strangles all life. Aloy, our hero, is the only one who can stop the blight. But to do that, she and her companions will have to comb through the ruins of the old world to find the technology they need. In this quest, Aloy has sent her loyal friend Erend into the remains of San Francisco to find a crucial piece of technology. Erend encounters raiders from a rebel faction of the Tenakth tribe. They are vicious fighters, but even worse, they've acquired the power to override machines. To rescue Erend, Aloy winds up fighting them, but first, she must cross the ruins to reach their camp.
We face a lot of obstacles as we traverse the ruins of San Francisco. To overcome them, we've given Aloy some great new tools. Using the focus scanner, you can highlight spots that allow free climbing anywhere in the open world.
It is on PS Now.
The pullcaster speeds up climbing and can get you quickly out of trouble. The shield wing allows you to safely descend from great heights or surprise enemies from above. With the diving mask, you can stay submerged as long as you like and take your time to plan a path around amphibious machines or boost through strong underwater currents. And to speed up overland travel, a variety of machines can be overridden and used as mounts or in combat. Combat in Horizon Forbidden West puts a strong emphasis on tactics and player choice. For close-range combat, the spear is an excellent option. There's a range of combos that have different uses and effects. Valor Surges add a unique set of special abilities, one of which can be used to knock back nearby enemies. The spear can be charged to create a high damage effect that can take down even the stronger enemies. A wide array of different weapons is quickly accessible via the weapon wheel. A slingshot with adhesive grenades to temporarily stall machines. Bows with arrows that can strip armor and expose weak spots. A powerful launcher that fires spikes that explode on impact. Smoke bombs that temporarily blind enemies. Or you can pick up weapons shot off from machines. The full game has many more unique weapons, and each of them can be upgraded on a workbench, but more on that another time. The player will need to be smart and creative and use all of the combat options we have shown to deal with a large variety of deadly machines. Sunwings in the sky, claw striders and tremor tusks on land, snapmaws in the water, even the seemingly harmless burrowers that you saw briefly swim by. They are all dangerous, and even more so when overridden by human rebels.
We've only scratched the surface of the rebel threat, as Aloy will fight them in many forms throughout the game. And to defeat them, she must explore the open world to uncover the secret behind their power, and how that secret is related to her quest to stop the Blight. And this is just one of the mysteries she will unravel as her journey through the Forbidden West takes many twists and turns.
It's time to wrap it up. We will have more updates closer to launch, and everyone here at Guerilla can't wait for you to experience the full game. Thank you for watching.
Come on. Release date. Give us a release date.
PlayStation.
No release dates.
Wow.
Stunning.
Yeah.
Stunning.
It was really impressive.
Yeah, I'd love to say it's it's coming in June, but I don't know. My gut feel is it's maybe a little bit later, but
August.
Yeah, my guess is also August.
August.
So, was it Dusty? Yep. Dusty was asking if we can get it on PS Now. It is on PS Now right now.
Yes.
So you don't even need a PlayStation to play the first game. You can play on PC with a PlayStation Now subscription. So yeah, no, we still don't have a release date. So,
did you see? I mean, so many amazing things, but the hair when she was underwater, it was literally all moving around. You could see it, Ray, couldn't you? Individual strands of hair in the water, just stunning, stunning quality.
I agree, man. I can't wait to see this Blight. And we are Blight already in San Francisco, man. So my ass is dead.
Well,
but I like what I like is when she was tearing off the armor off that giant mech beast, and you can just, I mean, just holy cow, just.
Hey, John.
It just looks like the last cannon.
Critical.
Cross-gen, so we can
do you know what? That never bothers me. If I really enjoyed a game, I mean, the worst thing they ever did was to change up Destiny. Destiny 1 was so good. Why change it up? I mean, yeah, make it 4K, make it look great, but keep the damn thing the same. And this, they've they've mixed up the graphics and the orchestral soundtrack on next gen. But I don't care if it looks the same as the previous game. I want it to. I enjoyed the first game. I want to continue that play. Otherwise, I'll go and play Pac-Man.
It looks like they're utilizing the elements from the first game, but putting it a notch over. Because, like, in the water, that thing looked crazy amazing. When she does cover in the, like, the algae and all that.
Yeah.
Like, stealth approach underwater. It looks good.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, you know, when you often watch these kind of 15, 20-minute reveals, I always remember talking about Destiny. I always remember and Division did the same thing. They show these kind of what they say a gameplay, and it's not. It's all automated, and it's, you know, it's the upper end PC and everything else. But you know that's not the case here. You know that they said this is PS5 captured gameplay with the cinematics, and you know that that's the case. That, you know, definitely they're going to deliver that.
Right. And I mean, they're just saying they just scrape the little bit of the surface. I can just imagine what else is installed, like battles and underwater battles, and
they didn't show. I mean, they didn't show all of that. They're saving that.
Exactly.
It's like it's more. I mean, it's a trailer, but it's almost like a teaser, because it's like we're gonna reel you in, and then when you get it, you're just gonna be blown away. Yeah. And you could already see, I mean, just by watching what we saw with even the fight scenes were, I mean, they were outstanding. I mean, I like the Robo Raptor thing there. You know, that was like the upgraded version of Jurassic Park's Raptors. So
how she takes cover, and she can just, like, you know, on the fly, like you're in battle, you got to think, okay, cover, and how you're gonna come out, and what weapons, you know. The weapon wheel. Look at the weapon wheel. You know, all the choices.
Yeah.
You have.
Using the glider and the rope and all that.
Yeah.
So, in Horizon Zero Dawn, there's a mission that I don't know how many people did it, but you end up, if you do it, you end up with a set of armor that makes you virtually invincible. And you then kind of play almost God mode for the rest of the game. You can die, but it gives you like a vast amount of shield. But it's I'd love to think they've got those kinds of Easter eggs in Forbidden West as well.
Right.
If only because I don't want to keep dying. I mean, whoever played that did it in one take. I would have been about 30 takes in there, right there. I'd have been backwards and forwards, and I've just died. Let's try this different weapon. And
yeah, I mean, there's some times where she fell on the ground and rolled on the beach, and get back up and try and figure out what you're gonna do.
Can you bring that comment back up again? Seb?
Yeah, from John. So
yeah, the only reason I wanted to see it again is it looks like he's weeing behind the YouTube logo. Looks like he's having a slash.
I thought you wanted it back up because it literally covers all of Ray's face. I thought you were just trying to cover him up a bit.
The thing about the Unreal demo is that you know, I watched Digital Foundry cover it earlier, and also when they did an early release of it last year. The problem is that all looks great, showing you a 2-minute demo, but the level of the quality involved in the mapping and the textures over all of that terrain. And don't forget, they only show a desert terrain as well. Right. You know, I mean, that's actually one of the easiest terrains to texture map, because you haven't got the movement of the leaves and the grass and all that stuff. When you saw Horizon Zero Dawn just now, there's trees and there's sand and there's bushes and all that stuff's moving independently, and her hair. And then as that large elephant-like thing comes to a crash into the ground, and individual strands of bamboo and stuff all come flying off. I mean, that in itself, you know, that's that's full on next gen. That was totally amazing. But yeah, look, it's not going to appeal to everybody. I get that. But that, interestingly enough, John, the point you're making about, and I think we will get that level of quality in a game, but only when it's in the cloud, because it needs such a vast amount of hard drive space to keep those textures. It's too big for even a complete next-gen console to download or install. So you will see that coming, that level of quality, but it's going to be a couple of years away, and largely based in the cloud in order to have a place for all those textures to live. But yeah, I'm with you. I can't wait till I'm in a game that is like a movie.
You also have to think they needed kind of a swan song for the PS4, like a last title from the PlayStation studios that would make it on the PlayStation 4 before wrapping it up. Then there'll still be third-party support in some cases, but this is the last title supposedly that will be making its way on the PS4. Then, like God of War, apparently is only made for the PlayStation 5. Even according to documents that came out from Sony yesterday.
Wow.
It didn't specifically say it, but how it was listings, like Horizon Forbidden West seemed to be the last one for the PlayStation 4, and God of War seems to be rated as only next gen.
Start point.
And something else interesting is apparently Horizon Forbidden West might actually premiere on PlayStation Now.
Yeah, I'm not totally convinced about that, to be honest. I know you're referring to the slide from the yeah. I mean, they show Miles Morales and they show Forbidden West, but I think that's just them saying these are the kind of titles that you will see on PlayStation Now, which we know because currently we've got a whole bunch of exclusive Sony exclusives on there. But they're not saying this is going to happen next week. Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden West will make its way onto PlayStation Now, but maybe not for 2 years, not until the sales cycle is over. I'd love to think it will, but I don't think it will under the PS Now model that they currently have. They'd have to have a completely different model. And as you know, Seb, I've said it for a while, I'd love to see them doing an option. If you buy the digital download of Forbidden West, for example, you also get to play the cloud version via your PS Now subscription. That for me would be the absolute clincher, because nobody else is doing that in the market right now, unless you're Steam.
Yeah, the 4K video, because right now that stream was in 1080p because it was live.
Yeah.
But there'll be a 4K video that'll probably be up in a few minutes if it's not already up. But it'll be very interesting to keep a close eye on these.
Yeah, it's a good shout. That is a good shout. But again, high quality.
Good to see you, Paul.
1080p can look as good as 4K if you're sat at a normal distance from a TV screen.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. But I really like that slide. Part of the it's a whole document that was shared about the meeting. Paul sent me a copy, so did Eddie Player One. And there's a lot to take in from that document, and just
there is a lot. There is a lot. The slide that I particularly found intriguing, Seb, I'm not sure if you've got that one there, is the one where they talk about games as a service, and they show a cloud with the controller embedded. For me, that was suggesting that they're looking at other levels of gaming beyond the digital downloads and the physical discs. Well, obviously cloud gaming, but they're looking at it beyond PlayStation Now, is my point.
Yeah, I'll try to find it. I've seen what you're talking about.
Yeah. It's I think Tom Warren tweeted it, and he was talking about something else. And then I said, "Well, hang on a second. What about that one down at the bottom right-hand corner there? That's fascinating. That says to me that they're looking at doing some stuff well beyond PS Now, which of course we've assumed will be the case for a while." Because, you know, where is... I can't play Xbox game streaming on my Xbox. And actually, if until they release the ChromeKit browser, but that's one of the things I love about my PlayStation is I can play cloud-based games on my PlayStation. I don't have to fill the hard disk. You can't do that on an Xbox.
Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly.
There you go. So develop more service-led experiences within first-party roster, released both on and off console. Well, they could be arguing that that's PC, but they happen to be showing a cloud.
Isn't that exactly the same cloud as your logo?
My logo, yeah, thieving gits.
And they didn't even give you any. You're not getting any royalties from it, are you?
No.
What the heck? Kind of not.
I'll be having words.
I would expect that out of Microsoft, but come on, Sony, you can do better.
My lawyers will be talking to their lawyers in the morning. Well, my lawyer may be talking to their lawyers in the morning. And
I like that.
Probably his PA.
I like if you look at the PC side of things, look at where they're targeting, the new geographies that they're targeting now.
Yes, that's interesting.
If you look at the flags, so they are looking at going in areas. I'm assuming these are areas that they're not normally in.
Yeah, that's China. Isn't that
China.
Russia?
And India.
That's India.
India?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why, and does that surprise anybody that they're going after the biggest?
No.
Because I get that that's under PC, but if you could almost India, you could kind of tie in with their mobile division.
Yeah.
It would make perfect sense if you think about it.
New growth vectors, cloud.
Cloud. It's all about the cloud.
It's the future of gaming. That's where it's headed.
Yeah.
Oh, and these I'm eager to try eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Because it actually detects, like, with a capacitance, how your hand is located on the controller. Like, kind of does a magnetic field of your hand or something like that. So depending how your fingers are located, if you're opening your hand, closing it, it actually knows how your hand is doing gestures. So it's not just the buttons. It actually detects where your fingers, like how your fingers are positioned within the controller.
I just had visions of wearing the headset so you can't see anything, and you just whack your hand, and they're like thick plastic. You take Granny's false teeth right out.
Sorry, Granny. I'll take care of it.
Okay, Shotty. There he is having a wee again.
John, yes and no at that question. Could PS Studios on mobile be an indicator of PS Now coming to mobile? Absolutely, and not. So they're actually working on some actual mobile games that you'll be able to install on your phones. But also, it's last week or the week before at CloudStationTV, we looked at some patent that Sony actually just deposited like a few days ago. And it included improving cloud gaming through edge computing, and also adapting to the network to the 5G network. So they're working on something for cloud gaming to work on mobile network on 5G. So PlayStation Now is being worked on to come to mobile with a mobile network support. So it is going to happen. It's just a question of time. So just wanted to answer that question there. New PlayStation VR controllers. Yeah, they look amazing.
Do we have a launch date for the new VR headset?
And no, it's still just in a rumor mill at the moment. Like apparently it's going to be 4K resolution as a VR, which is totally astounding. Like the image quality you're going to get like probably like 8K because you got 4K, but you're looking around. And it's like you have all this field of view that you have to render in a higher resolution so that your 4K actually like crawls around. So it's going to be impressive from what I get. Like it was the screen themselves that were rated at 4K resolution, by the way. So
I can't wait
really
to see Aaron playing Resident Evil 8 on an 8K VR headset.
Never gonna happen.
He's picking to play Resident Evil, so he's not
never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. I have played. I've used VR not for that. I played a Creed in VR, and I only did it once because I got yelled at because I almost did a right hook to my son when he was 3. I almost clocked him with the right hook. When you're in that VR headset and you're like a boxing game, like a Rocky style game, you're just into it and I don't see what's going on. Hell, I don't pay attention when I'm playing video games. And to put me in VR and I'm trying to win a boxing fight, I'm just throwing, my arms are just going everywhere. My wife's, hey, you almost hit him. I'm like, get him out of my way. I'm like, go outside, boy.
So, yeah, I think Rokk, you already saw earlier what I did put in comments about the all those PC games coming to PlayStation. Well, PlayStation games going to PC, being adapted. The only logic I see behind that is that Sony wants to do something that if you own a game on PlayStation, like a digital version of the game, that it will give you multiple ways of playing the same game. Because let's say for example, Horizon Zero Dawn that came out on PC not too long ago, that's on sale on Steam. PlayStation still owns the right to that. They landed the rights to Steam to sell it on their store. So now, at the moment, you've got that game on PS4. Eventually, they'll probably do an upscale for PS5 for a higher frame rate and all of that. They haven't announced anything yet, but you can bet like probably 1 or 2 months before the game comes out on PS5, they're going to release the update for that. And it is right now on PlayStation Now. So it is available in the cloud. And eventually, PlayStation Now is going to be available on mobile. So you have a game that potentially, if you own it, if they do a PC app, for example, that you can actually install the game version on your PC. Then with one game purchase, you can play on console. You can play locally on PC using your GPU at whatever power you got. Like if you got an RTX 3080, for example, just put it settings to max, 120 frames per second and all of that. Then you can play on mobile through the cloud. Then it's all the ways you can play with the same purchase, which is just fantastic. We need that to happen, and Sony has a potential of doing that, because if you own your game on the PlayStation Network, it can follow you on every system. It already follows you from the PS4 to the PS5. So I don't know if anyone had anything to add.
Well,
to
yeah, I mean,
or...
ultimately, I think what you're looking at is the logical extension of where all gaming is going. Is actually it's the quality, it's the ownership of the IP. It's owning the content that makes the big difference. So we're almost. My personal belief is that the current gen is the last gen for hardware consoles, and where is everyone else playing? They're either playing in the cloud or they're playing on PC. So it's if you're wanting to ensure that you capture as big an audience as possible, and in my estimation, I might be slightly biased, but I believe this to be the case. the exclusives, the IP that Sony puts out, are the highest quality that anybody else does. I mean, you know me. I own an Xbox Series X. I've got a gaming rig. I've got a PC gaming rig. I still think that when Sony puts out an exclusive, whether it's Horizon Zero Dawn, whether it's Miles Morales, nothing else compares to the quality of what they put out there. So if they're setting their stall out as the IP, you know, the definitive creator of gaming IP, then the key thing is for them not what you play it on, but what audience you reach with that IP. If they're making $100, if they're lucky, on a console, well, they can make that across 2 games sold. You know, and they can keep churning those out, and then they can do the DLCs and the microtransactions and the upgrades and the next generations and the season 2s and all the other stuff, which they can't do without incredibly expensive R&D on a piece of hardware, and trying all the time to stay one step ahead of a PC.
I'm gonna add that I agree with Rokk. I think this is it, man. It's again because I mean it costs way too much money to make these consoles, and now with pieces, you can't even get the damn pieces to even make these consoles. So what other way it's gonna cost, like cut costs across the board, is clouds. And but I don't know, you know, I think that who knows, man, somebody will try and make something in a box and try and sell it, but I really think the future is mobile and cloud. And that's just, and I have to agree with Rokk on that.
And I think like it's they're talking about PlayStation beyond the consoles, off console product. I think that's it. It's if they can get an app working that you can get your app on every single device. It's PlayStation. You can buy if you want your NHL, Madden games on that, and it will follow you on every device that supports PlayStation. Then you got your PlayStation exclusives.
Right.
You get your Call of Duty on that. Then they're really cementing themselves in the industry. That you don't need to go on anymore to Steam or to whatever other platform, because you know PlayStation has all the exclusives. They're putting themselves in a very big power play.
And there's a reason why Amazon just bought MGM. I mean, they haven't just done it for fun. You know, it's about owning these brands. There's a reason Disney have bought Marvel and Star Wars. And
IP ownership.
Yeah, you've got to own the brands. The winners in the entertainment industry moving forward are the guys that own the content, not that own the hardware. You don't see Disney, you know, making like Apple making their own hardware. The truth
Disney
is,
$3.
yeah, where's that? You know, they don't need that, do they? They have an app that plays their own content, their own IP. And if they haven't got enough of their own IP, they buy it in, and that's what we'll see Sony.
Well, that's why. Yeah, I mean that's why Apple doesn't let their products go to like Android. I mean, everybody and anybody that has an Apple or that has Android would love to have iMessage on Android, and Apple refuses to do that because they don't want to have to deal with all of the stuff. And I mean, that's just the way things work.
Right. When me and my wife, like right before all the pandemic, we went down to LA and we went to Warner Brothers Studio. You should have saw all the lines out the door and people buying merchandise, brands.
Batman.
Okay,
it's all about the dollar. It's all about money.
You own brands. You own the merchandise. So
yeah,
hey.
They say that was the biggest deal ever made in Hollywood when I've forgotten his flipping name. George Lucas. Right. So he'd just come off the back of making American Graffiti, which was an okay sale. It wasn't a brilliant box office success, but it did okay. And he said, "Look, I want to make this film Star Wars," and they were like, and he said, "I tell you what I'll do. I will only charge you the same amount that you paid me to direct American Graffiti, but I want the merchandise rights." And they went, at that point, nobody had ever made a penny from selling merchandise. They went, sounds good. Sounds a good deal to us, George, you know. 30, 40 years later, he sells up for how many billion?
Alec Guinness, the actor who played Obi-Wan Kenobi, actually got in on
Alec
that.
Guinness. Did he?
Yeah, Alec Guinness. He actually lowered his salary and says, George Lucas is getting in on the merchandise. I want to.
So am I.
And then not only that, but look at the toy. Look at the toy company that he picked. You know, even the toy company made out as well producing these toys back then, because they they were a small company.
Oh wow!
They just...
Yeah, he did. It is all about the content. So as far as Sony is concerned, look, we can try and keep going in this consoles arms race, making a few. I don't know what the percentage is between hardware and software sales. Do you know what it is, Seb? Have we got any numbers on that? Where, as far as PlayStation are concerned,
it's increasing. I think right now it's a ratio of about. It was 60-40 not too long ago, but it keeps increasing in the software.
Okay, so it's 40 software, 60 hardware.
No, I think it's
the other way around.
You mean for the game sales?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Versus
now
hardware.
more software. Software sells more than hardware.
Yeah. So
I think it was like 60-40, but
you don't have to be an accountant to work it out, do you? I mean, let's not keep pouring money into hardware.
Shipping, no middleman. You're just selling the game directly.
Yeah. Who cares about a pandemic? Because our stuff's selling in the cloud, or you can download it or whatever onto whatever machine you want.
My PS5 I have is digital. All I gotta do is go into the store, select the game, boom.
Yeah.
So,
and that's the way it's going. So I'm not surprised that they're starting to branch it outwards, and we'll see it on other platforms as well, I'm sure.
Yeah. Jonathan DeVilla just tagged me on the link. They actually just uploaded the 4K version of Horizon Forbidden West, so it is available right now on
nice.
On
YouTube. So sadly, I cannot. I'm capped at 1080p with this software, so I cannot see it.
That's all right. We'll load it up on our 8Ks. We'll get Rokk 16K TVs got there and load it up on that bad boy.
But also, I think we're gonna wrap up because I got some stuff I got to run to with the old guy right now that's having his bath. So,
no problem. Daddy duty calls.
So,
yep, I gotta run out anyways. So I got.
Well, I can stay.
I guess it's gonna be the Rock and Race show today.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, but no, hey, I don't want that little segment, that little,
Raise praise. Nothing wrong with that, my friend. That's Aaron's favorite.
That's everybody's favorite.
I think the stream actually ends. So
that does beat the playroom, though.
It does.
The Playhouse.
The Playhouse. Thanks for inviting me on, guys. It was great fun.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Rokk,
you,
for
Rokk.
coming on this show again. And whenever we can, if we can do anything sooner like that, always glad to have you on. So thank you very much, Vet and Ray, for joining us.
Thank you, JD. Wait a minute.
JD, where'd you go? He had to leave early.
No, I talked to him earlier.
He was here in spirit.
That's right.
I said, "Raise Rokk's on. I ain't coming on."
Look at that. Ray's got a fan.
Thank you, Dusty.
But yeah, I gotta go run before I get in trouble. So
Not
thank
a
you very
problem.
much.
All right, guys. Have fun.
See you guys.
Have a good one.
Take care, everybody.
See ya.